Hey, Dr. Birchler here. Today, we're going to talk about the concept of genes versus memes as applied to health. And just rewinding a little bit, back in the late 90s, going into the year 2000, there was this big project to sequence the human genome. And the idea would be that if we knew the genes, if we knew what was making the proteins, this would be transformational for health and, be able to solve all these health problems and things like that. And out of that whole understanding of genetics was born like a genetic theory of disease, so that if you get sick, it's blamed on your genes. That's inherited. You got sick because you have a gene that makes a certain protein or that runs in your family or things like that. And as years have gone by, there's a much greater understanding that those may be factors, but it's a relatively minor factor in people's health. And when I say minor, some estimates would say, certainly less than 5% of health issues or chronic health issues could be attributed to genetic factors. So it's relatively small. Then you have the idea of epigenetics, which has come along, which is to say that a gene and whether or not that makes that protein or it's active actually is switched on by the environment. So your nutrition, smoking, all these kind of things, like things that you do in your lifestyle actually impacts your genes. So more than what the gene is, you have what you're doing, how you're living, in the environment, and even how you're thinking can impact the genes. So that concept of inherited disease or inherited illness, and that's what caused our problems. There's a lot of flaws in that. So I want to contrast that idea of genes, which you inherit, with the idea of memes. Now we understand what memes are in social circles where you see something funny on the internet and they share it or something like that, right? People copy it and reshare it. But in terms of health, what actually is a meme? A meme is really an element of culture or a system of behavior that's passed from one individual to another through imitation. That's what a meme is. So memes are actually accumulated. Genes are inherited. You get them or you don't. You inherit a gene. You accumulate memes over your lifetime. So when you imitate somebody, if somebody has an effective trait, let's say they're healthy, what does that person do? And then if you copy what they do, that system of culture behavior, that's a meme. In all funniness or humor aside and social media aside, that's a meme. And you accumulate these little things throughout your life that can have a great impact on, in this case, your health outcome. So what I would suggest is don't blame all your health problems on your genes. It's probably not the problem. What you need is more memes. You don't need different genes. You need better memes. You need to imitate people that get a certain result, and you need to accumulate these effective little kind of mimicry or behaviors over your life. So you need to study, you need to observe, you need to, who are you watching, who are you paying attention to, who are you surrounding yourself? So you want to model to copy, and so accumulate healthy memes. Don't worry too much about your genes. You can't actually change the gene. You can change your lifestyle, and that lifestyle is going to happen by, mimicking or other people who are living a healthy lifestyle and getting a good health outcome.